Alright, so for those who are watching and don't know who you are, just give us a quick rundown of who you are.
Alright, I happen to be Everton Clarke. Currently serve as Director of Music and Creative Arts Specialist at Church Teachers College. I want to add that I'm a creative entrepreneur, event
Definitely.
planner, and also into arts, marketing, and design.
Alright, good. Before we continue with this video, don't forget to check out our merch. We have thumb hats, jackets, along with other merch. Feel free to support the movement by purchasing any of these merch using the link in the description below. Let's get back to the video. And in terms of our first question for today, right? Could you quickly give us like 4 worst possible mistakes a person can make after leaving college?
Well, first, not being sure of your purpose,
Yes.
not having a center,
Yes.
not having a sense of where you're going, not having a sense of what you need
Yes.
to get to where you are going, and not planning to get to where you want to go. How many that? Four gone already? Yeah. About that.
All right.
Leave it there.
And in terms of, right, you mentioned purpose, right? Because for sure, I know a lot of persons within college, what they do, right, they tend to follow like friends and so on. So how does someone know exactly what is their purpose?
Well, your purpose is a inner calling. It's something that you can sense within. At the end of the day, what do you like? What
Yes.
excites you? What ignites that passion within you? Where do you even see yourself 5, 10, 15 years from now?
Yes.
And how do you believe it is best to activate that purpose? So once you have a sense of that,
Yes.
then moving forward won't be hard. And so having that sense putting in place the plans and mechanisms. Unlike when a
Yes.
man driving a donkey, you put on blinders, you have to
Yes.
distract yourself from the world because your focus is to get to a particular point.
And just to touch on that, right, in terms of knowing your purpose, right, we take a lot of meditation and stuff along that line. But touching a bit more in terms of passion, right? For those who don't know, right, I would assume that you love music, right?
Definitely.
Good.
It's who I am.
Definitely, and it does show as well. And in terms of music, right, would you say music is your calling, or would you say teaching, right, being a lecturer at Church Teachers College is your calling?
All right, let me answer that maybe twofold or
Yes.
threefold, and I'll tell you why it is my calling.
Yes.
Initially, I was supposed to study law. In the beginning, all of us, we go to school.
Yes.
And you're going to be lawyer, doctor, Indian chief.
Yes.
Somewhere along the line, the universe directed me to study music at Everton College. It set me on fire, and clearly that was and is my purpose.
Yes.
In terms of what was the other
Or in terms of teaching, right?
right. So
yes.
The fact of the matter is that I am teaching what I love.
Yes, definitely.
So it's not the fact that I am a teacher. It is the fact that I am teaching who I am and
Yes.
what I love. That makes a big difference. So you can't be teaching, and even if you're not, this is not any credit to the man.
Yes.
But one of the things, not a paid advertisement.
Yes.
One of the things that happened the first 2 years, you focus on the craft or the
Yes.
content.
Master that craft.
Right, the first 2 years is focused on that to a large extent, and thereafter you go into the matter of teaching.
Yes.
Because you can't teach something you don't know or understand. And so I understood that.
Yes.
Still learning, right? And then I am now teaching that which I understand, that which ignites a passion, that which I love.
Good. And in terms of that skill, right? I would classify music to be a skill, right? And I'm realizing that you're showing us a concept or giving us a concept map, right? But I want you to go more in details. So you now have a passion for or you discover your passion, right? Because remember, yes, it's your passion, but at some time, right, you want to monetize that passion. Could you just give us a quick summary of how you would monetize a skill or your passion.
Alright, first, before you can monetize anything,
Yes.
well, anything can be monetized. The next question is what is the value of what you're monetizing?
So what you're offering, good.
Right. So first, you go back to skill. You have to ensure that what you have to offer is targeted.
Yes.
And that will come through discipline, consistency, and hard work. A lot of us think that we can just charge money because money can be charged, but not necessarily the fact that we have quality
Yes.
to offer. The next thing is that you have to know what the market needs. A lot of times, and for many entrepreneurs, we have an idea.
Yes.
Nothing is wrong with that. But and just to say, I lecture entrepreneurship too. One of the things you ask people, so who you catering to? Everybody. Everybody don't need what you have to offer.
Definitely.
So you have to have your market segmented and targeted. And
Yes.
then you design your product or service
Yes.
based on that demand. And then you move forward. Now, remember, as you get into a career, it's not necessarily the fact about what you can charge.
Yes.
People pay for quality and who you are.
Value.
Because sometimes I can charge $1 million to play the national anthem and get it.
Yes.
You try that and you don't. So it goes back to the question, what is your brand identity? What are you known for? What is your standard? What is your quality? You're always coming late. That affects your brand identity. That affects your value and what you can charge for your service if you are monetizing your skill. So we have to be very mindful of that when you're monetizing your skill to ensure that you have a target market. Because if you don't, you're going to get frustrated and talk about Babylon system and holding down and all of that.
Yes.
You have to ensure that you have some standard and some quality in place. And then you look at the market with all of that standard and value, and then you put together a necessary package or a package you believe people will pay for. And we see that, for example, in the phone market.
Yes.
Right? iPhone versus Samsung.
Yes.
In my opinion, Samsung have better camera, but again, is how iPhone deal with their packaging.
Marketing, yes.
Right? So yeah, that's that.
And sometimes what I've realized, right, in terms of branding, like remember that you're giving or providing a service to a particular audience, right? So sometimes in terms of mistakes, like you're rushing a particular product, right, just to like get money. What is your thought on stuff like that, like rushing a particular brand or product just to get like quick money or fast cash?
That works sometimes because yes, it has its place. We see all the time for champs, vuvuzelas turn up. Right? But if you try and get a vuvuzela now, it's problem.
Yes.
But again, it all depends on the product or service you're offering.
Yes.
Because mass production can compromise quality.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, what do you want to be known for? So, do you want to be known for quality and value, or mediocrity that again gives you substandard value? So you have to weigh the pros and cons, and then you have to think about your brand identity, what you want to be known for, and then you can decide, boy, okay, I'm going to hurry up and do these things, or say, boy, that is why sometimes people have bookings. I am booked.
Yes.
Right, because I have to give quality. I'm not going to rush it.
Organize.
But it works for some, depending on the industry I'm in. But it is not an excuse to go about and just saying I'm doing things in a bid to supply, while at the same time limited standard and quality. My views.
Yes. And you also mentioned being like it's an industry, right? You're within the entertainment industry.
Arts and entertainment.
Yes. And I know for sure that you have a special event coming up in terms of what's that? That's two. All right. So all right. Could you brush on those events for us, please?
All right. First, we have on the 7th of April, we will have 2024. We will have Colors of Music, and Colors of Music is a concept. I'm going to evening family type event concept.
Yes.
Where we have music across genres, classical, reggae, jazz, pop, spirituals.
Yes.
We'll have the Costas as the patron of that event, cocktail event. have steel pan, the choir,
it's a formal
guest
event.
performance. So if you want to call it formal, yeah. So we cater into that aspect of the market. On the 26th of April, same month, 2024, we have Grooving in the Park. And Grooving in the Park came about in 2015. I got up out of my bed in 2014. The grand idea to showcase the talents of the Church Teachers College band at the time.
Yes.
There a number of musicians. And I thought it was an avenue to promote talent, to showcase talent. And we didn't have much entertainment events in and around Manipula at that time.
Yes.
And so out of that, Grooving in the Park was born. And to date, I can say it is a household name. People look forward to it.
Yes.
People reaching out to me, asking me to be on the lineup. And so that caters to those who want that stage show event. Now, looking at everything, two different ends of the spectrum, catering to two different palettes. And even though people might come colors of music and we still come Grooving in the Park, it is the art and entertainment industry, and I'm catering to a wide cross section of lovers of the arts and music.
Yes, and well, I've looked at the poster, right, in terms of admission free, right, for Grooving in the Park. And I know sometimes when you're building your craft, right, you have to do it free, and then afterwards you can bring in some audience. But would you say it's a good move or it's a great strategy to say keep an event and then you're saying allowing persons to come in the event free?
At the end of the day, it depends on what you want to achieve. I didn't tell you what the aim was.
Yes.
In terms of what I wanted to achieve.
Yes.
But I would have hinted at the fact that I had a lot of musicians who wanted an avenue to showcase talent. So in that sense,
yes,
the vision and the aim was achieved because it's showcasing talent. So it's not necessarily an opportunity to monetize.
Yes.
And it is also an opportunity for the college because it falls under the auspices of Church Teachers College. It's a CTC event.
Yes.
It can also be considered as what you're calling in corporate CSR, your corporate social responsibility, giving back to community.
Definitely.
Right? So it depends on how you look at it, the purpose, the aim, the objective of the event. Now, does it cost? Yes. Who is it costing? You know. But at the end of the day,
yes,
what is the objective?
Yeah, Fresco on the block, nigga. Whoa. Fresco on the top, nigga. Whoa.